Pennsylvania archery season. It's 80 degrees, a light northeast wind, almost more of a common variable. I'm gonna hunt behind the house tonight. We haven't had any bucks that I'd consider a shooter since mid-July, so I'm just gonna go by historical data and go to the middle food plot. It's an interior food plot close to bedding. It's clover and weeds, but there's been a lot of deer in it, and I think if some reason a shooter shows up tonight, that's where he's gonna be. So I'll talk to you when we get back there. I'm all set up at the middle food plot stand. The wind's a little better than what they were calling for. I'm getting like a northwest wind, which is really good for this spot. Yeah, little better breeze than they were calling for. I like it. I did bust one fawn getting back in here. She was right off the edge of the food plot when I was at the base of my tree stand. I almost guarantee she'll be back in here before dark. She just hopped off and started walking. But it's really hot out. I ain't gonna shoot a doe tonight. I'm strictly buck hunting. So sit back and relax, and I'll show you whatever I see tonight. deer just met up. A couple of the fawns started running around. 6 o'clock. I can still see a couple of those doe. The two groups met up over here in front of me, and I seen another lone dark-bodied deer back in the brush down here about 100 yards away, and it just vanished. A doe and two fawns over here, about 70 yards. They're finally working towards the food plot. They might be skirting around the food plot. I believe there's 4 right there. There's 2 over here. I sat down and heard something, and had 2 doe downwind of me. Hopefully they don't start snorting. I have a tree right here in front of me that I can touch, a big maple. And a doe and 2 fawns snuck in right behind it to the edge of the food plot. I heard a deer stomp, and I peeked around the tree, and there's a doe with her head straight up in the air, smelling. She stomped again, snorted, and it ran back into the bedding cover. She's still over there. That was like 10 minutes ago. Yeah, that's probably the end of day 1. I doubt a buck's gonna come in here in the last 30 minutes after that. I've seen crazier stuff happen. I'm gonna sit it out, but thanks for watching my first hunt of the year. Subscribe and follow along with my season. See how it unfolds. Talk to you on the next one. Unless a miracle happens and more deer come out. 7:20. There's still 15 minutes of legal shooting time. I just seen another deer. Couldn't put a head on it. That makes 8 doe and 3 unidentified deer. Not bad for the first night. I'm gonna pack up my gear and get out of here. I'm gonna try to hit a couple public land spots this week. The weather's gonna be terrible, almost 80 degrees. Then when the first cold front hits, we'll be back here behind the house hunting. Hopefully Jazz will be able to get out that night.